Hi, I'm Travis. This is Handcrafted Overlanding. Today, I'm going to help out the grocery getter. As you can hear, the battery's almost dead, and actually, this thing was only driven a couple days ago. The primary cause is the vampiric aftermarket car alarm that was installed with this, and frankly, I don't want to bother with the rat's nest under there, though I really know I should. But so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to replace the battery terminal connectors. I'm going to seal them from all of the corrosion that's occurring on them. And then you guys remember that short charger? This guy? So I'm going to actually install that on the grocery getter today because it needs it more than the Ram. The Ram gets driven a lot more often than this guy does. So let's get to it. So what we have here is a 2006 Toyota 4Runner SR5. It's the V6, but it's also two-wheel drive, so that's why you'll never see this on the trails. As we can see here, we got a lot of corrosion, and that's pretty much a good sign of it having a major problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refit the connectors. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to I might refit the connectors. We'll have to check that out. And then we're going to find room under here to mount that offshore tender. I'm thinking over here. We're going to have big open space over here for it to be fit to. So let's get the connectors off. So I've been fiddling with the positive side for about 5 minutes, and I'm not sure if I can replace it. So after just connecting that, trying to bend this up, I mean, I might be able to get a couple inches out of it, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Still, I don't want to use it, but might have to. I'll put the battery back in to see if we can. So this piece of metal flat all the way down to about here. Now I'm going to cut that shielding off just to make sure. I have some electrical tape, so I'm not worried about it. But I really want to replace it because I do not like how crushed together that is, and I'm not crazy about how thin that is. Let's see if we can't get this open. That's what I'm worried about. So that comes down pretty far. And then on top of it, with this guy, you have to come out that. So that's like 4 or 5 inches I have to find somewhere. So let's see what we can find out. So we got the battery back in, don't worry. I got the battery tray back in. If you don't have one, pretty sure you can pick one up for cheap at a recycler, but it's good to have them. So yeah, unless I intend on replacing the cabling completely, I'm not going to be able to make that with that. I can still possibly replace the negative because that does not look good either. And I can definitely make the negative work. So yeah, let's get this stripped out and see what's going on. Put the battery away and put it back on the charger for now. trying to crimp this down equally on both sides. Someone online said that they were able to crack this casting, and I wouldn't doubt it. Just looking for gaps right here. So it's touching, that side is not. See, look at that, a little bit of gap right there. I kind of worked it that way out, but should be good enough connection. I don't like how it's kind of off kilter. Let's see, that's what it is. All right, so that'll connect back to the ground of the battery. I need to do two more things. I need to A, replace this ground. I'm gonna go find one I have, because that grounds to the chassis. And I need to prep both the positive. I need to prep both the positive and the negative for the new remote charger. So yeah, see what I can do. Okay, so quick update. I have fitted a new connection on. I've wrapped the wiring for the onboard charger in a loom like this, because just to add a little extra protection. But I found out that the eyelets on this were just absolutely gigantic. I mean, you can almost fit that over the head. So I cut it off and I added a new one. What I'll do is I'll back this off, put that in there, and I'll crunch it down. As for the ground, hold on. Created a new cable. It's super duper long because I want it to wrap around like so, and I'll be able to adjust on one of these on the other post. So that's what I'll end up doing. As for the charger, so first off, I don't know if I'm going to cut this end and refit a new one. I got to pull that bolt head off and take a look. Unfortunately, yes, I am going to be using the original head. There's just not enough length there. Also, so here's the loom. It's going to run it. I'm going to run it across near the front. Though I know there's a lot of heat, that's just the length I happen to have. This will get mounted somewhere over here. I'm not exactly sure how I want to mount it. I think I want to cut a plate, build a nice flat surface to mount this on, or I might just grab some sheet metal screws from the hardware store and just drive them straight down in. I don't know yet. While taking a look where to wrap the cable in up front, check this out. Well, first off, all these connections are broken. I gotta order some new ones of those. But more than just that, look at that. Look at that. That is not how a radiator should look. So I'm gonna have to order a new radiator for this guy. Isn't that how it goes? Try to fix one problem, find another one. Yeah, forget about it. All right, so this is in place. I put a little bit of a charge on it, not much, but I put a little bit of a charge on it. I'm gonna route the cable in here. You can get the negative all wired up, and then we'll fire up the shore power to see if it starts charging the battery. Now, I put a little bit of a charge onto the battery from my other charger. Probably enough to start the car, but yeah. And we're gonna get this all cleaned up. I got some of those anti-corrosion pads, and I also have some goop you're supposed to put on there too. So we'll try all that out. Alright, so cable looks like shit. But you know who doesn't? It's Nala, one of the neighborhood kitties. Hey, Kita. Hey, Buddy. I know, I'm talking to myself. Kind of weird, huh? Funny story, when he was a really small guy, I thought it was a girl. And I think that's why the neighbors named him Nala, after the Lion King, the female lion. But he used to come crawl on my shoulder while I was working in the garage. Really dang cute. If I can find a picture, I'll link it. I'll show it to you guys. But he's a cute guy. Anyways, back to the point. This looks like shit. And it is what it is. I'm going to be replacing the radiator because that just looks horrible. The tank's empty. I'm going to need to get some additional tabs. It doesn't look good. Not too crazy about the position, but it is out of the way. It is away from the engine. Air intake is going to be the coolest thing here. Well, no, Nala's going to be the coolest thing here. Let's go see if we can catch him real quick. Hey, buds! Alright, alright. He doesn't remember me. Maybe he does, I don't know. Anyways. Cats, right? Anyways, so that's in. Cabling's done. I don't have any sheet metal screws. I thought I did. So I'm gonna go get some of those, mount that in place. So time to see if it fires up. So let's smoke out. Ooh, red light. It clicked. Wonder if it's charging. Do I just lick my fingers and, you know what, how about multimeter? Be right back. So I would assume that if it's charging, now that unit is capable of charging up to 10 amp apparently. So my assumption is if it's charging now, we should see somewhere in excess of 13 volts. Hey, look at that, 13.38. So I know that battery was a lot lower than that. So the charging's working. Also, this gooey stuff, it's on the tip. Yeah, I actually broke that tip off. But yeah, gooey stuff's on the tips. You can allow voltage through. And that it's mostly done. Hey guys, I'm back. So, finished up finally. Let's take a look. So, this is its final home. You can see that it's bolted but a little wiggly. I built a plate for this to bolt onto. There's a single screw that goes through the bottom plate. They are isolated with rubber gasket or rubber washers. So this cable goes this way. I'm gonna zip tie that back down. The power cable comes back down through, runs along the frame rail, comes up underneath on the inside of the frame rail, on the inside of the suspension so it doesn't hang up. It comes back all the way over to here. So when I take a power plug like this one, you can see it has a pretty glowy light. Lets me know it's plugged in. So it plugs in. Look at that, an electric 4Runner. No, not really. So this guy will kick on. It'll check for voltage on the battery, and it'll charge it if necessary. This will also float charge the battery, desulfite the battery, or sulfite. I don't know the term. It helps work on it and repair the battery. The no-codes are pretty smart that way. This is a 10 ampere, which was supposed to again go to the squirrely ram, but didn't. So what's next for this car? So I see so a lot. All those clips are missing. Rubber gasket. So I got new clips ordered. Got a new radiator ordered. I figure since I'll be pulling the radiator out, I'll replace upper and lower hoses, thermostat, water pump, all the idler pulleys, and the serpentine belt. I have never done it on this car before. I've never worked on a V6 Toyota before, but I'm not worried about it. So the grocery getter for now is done. Well, almost done. Gotta zip tie that cable. So that should do it. This car will just remain plugged in before we take off. Unplug it, hop in, start the car, runs perfect. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, thanks for watching.